everyone. I pray everyone is doing well tonight. It's actually after midnight, so people are probably asleep. However, I just kind of wanted to get on here and just pass along something that God had given me, as a everyday reminder, just to remind myself, especially with this new coronavirus going around. Well, maybe I just said coronavirus because I heard it wasn't a new virus. Um, but that but just to remember that God does not give us a spirit of fear, so we should not walk around in fear. um, God allows the devil to unleash a lot of problems and situations. um, this something so massive, like this virus and things like that, um, when we face things like this, it's something, in my opinion, the way I look at it, it's like God is trying to get our attention. um, and he's honestly trying to draw people to him. We definitely should not draw away from him, but when we're in, you know, the most toughest times, that's when we are supposed to seek God, but instead people are kind of running away and saying, oh, how in the world is God real? And he's allowing something like this to happen. There's no way that he's real. There's no way that he exists and all this other stuff, but he does exist. He is real. Just because, the world is not perfect doesn't mean that God does not exist. God is a God of love, but guess what? He's a God of a wrath too, and I'm not going to say I can't speak for God. I really can't. I just know what I've read in the Bible. I just know like what I've learned, um, the things that I've learned from reading the Bible. And I just know that fear does not come from God. So anything that addresses us that will cause that side effect to come out of us, that fear side effect, it's not of God. It's really not, because clearly, if you go back to the verse, it's actually Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. It said God does not give us a spirit of fear. So right there, that contradicts itself. So the Bible can say that God does not give us a spirit of fear, but yet something arises within us and we're fearful about it. We're fearful of how, we're going to complete something, or we're fearful of how we're going to get through something or overcome this obstacle, and basically just have our mind so cluttered and uh, cloudy with a bunch of stuff that's like, hey, it's like you're just driving yourself into anxiety and depression, and, all because of you've become fearful. You have never ending questions that honestly you can't even answer. You can't answer those questions, because sometimes God just puts us in situations not to answer the question, but to just follow Him and to take His word, and that's one thing that He is definitely working with me on, which is not walking in fear, not being fearful, being okay with not knowing what's going to happen, because I can say that I like to have things, I like to know what's going on. I like to have order when it comes to certain things. And it's like when I don't know what's going on, when I don't know what's going to happen, you know, when I just don't know how things are going to get done and how things are going to get paid sometimes, it's like it can bring fear out of you. However, when I learn that I really need to seek God more, if I seek Him more, He will give me the peace that surpasses all understanding. He will give me a mind of peace, because just like the Bible verse just said, He wants me to have the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. A sound mind. So He wants me to have peace, a sound mind. He don't want me to be disturbed and angry and frustrated and walking around fearful. It's like we can't be this way. When it comes to this coronavirus thing, we just have to follow proper precautions, follow the proper hygiene precautions, and just stay prayerful. Stay prayerful that God will not allow something like that to come upon you, or allow your anyone that to for that virus to overtake them. But when I think of this coronavirus, it kind of reminds me of the death angel. And you can read about it. It's in the book of Exodus, I believe, when the Passover happened. And this was when Pharaoh would not let um, the people in Egypt go. God sent Moses to Egypt to free his people, and it was so many plagues and things that were released, that God released, um, due to Pharaoh not letting the people go. So what he did is he had a death angel to come out, and before the death angel came, Moses was told for people to mark their doorposts with lamb's blood. And when the death angel comes out, he will sniff the lamb's blood and he will pass over you. That just gave me chills. Because let me tell y'all, God is so good. The death angel will sniff the lamb's blood to show that you're covered by the blood, and he will pass over you. So it's like this virus, it's just like, the way I look at it, as long as you're covered by God's blood, it can't touch you. You have to do your part too, but as long as you're covered by the blood, which is keeping God first and making sure that you're seeking him every day, making sure that your faith is really in him, and you're not walking in fear, because fear and faith don't go together. They're very contrary to each other. So it's more so of just making sure that we remind ourselves every day that God is in control. God is in control. God got this. Like, God, protect my family. Just keep my family. Just keep my family covered under your precious blood, and you'll be fine. True. Facts. Like, all day. I don't believe in God because I was told to. I grew up, as a preacher's kid, so I'm well aware of church. But just because I'm aware of it, I didn't always follow it. It was only at a certain time, my parents' prayers and faith wasn't going to save me. And I had to save myself. I had to get myself under wraps and tell God to quicken me so I can get myself together. And honestly, that's just what has happened, and it's still happening. I'm not perfect by a long shot. I'm definitely not perfect. But I know that God is trying to do a work in me, and I'm going to allow him to do it. I'm going to step out the way, and I'm going to stop being fearful. Um, it's so many things that God has placed on my heart to do. So many. It was just to the point, like, one morning I woke up and I was like, God, are you serious? Like, I've never done anything like that before. I've never been anywhere like that before. Like, how would I be able to do something like that? But it all goes back to just not being fearful. It all goes back to just relinquishing control and allowing God to step in and guide you. I know when it's all said and done, I just want to be on the path that God has for me, because only what you do for Christ will last. That's it. And it all goes back to one, to just kind of let go. We all hear it. Let go and let God have his way. Like, it's a song about it. And no matter how cliche it may sound, it's very true when you really take it to heart, when you seriously think about it, and when you seriously just let God work in your life. You will start seeing, you can have complete confusion going on in your life, but let me tell you, when you know that God is on your side, you can walk around with peace, knowing that you have all this confusion going on, but it's like you will have so much peace about it. Like, I can't even begin to tell you some of the situations that I've been in, and it was just like when the day was over, I was like, oh my goodness, like Lord, I know it was nobody but you. My mind should be all over the place. I mean, I should be in a mental institution with some of the things that I've been through. But God is so good and God is so real. And His Word is what kept me and what continues to keep me. I'm not a missionary, I'm not this perfect little angel that go to church like every Sunday and make sure I'm in every service, because I'm not. I can't. For the most part, like I work every other weekend, so I'm missing like 2 Sundays out the month for the most part, maybe 3. But when it's all said and done, it's not always about going to church. As long as I know that I'm getting my word in some way, whether I'm in church or not, that's what matters. That's all that matters. So that's all. I just wanted to kind of get on here. I mean, this video has been 11 minutes. I wasn't aware it's gonna be that long, but guess what? When God starts talking, you can't stop. You can't shut him down. Like, he just has to keep going. So anyway, I just hope that helps someone tonight. Like I said, it's after midnight, so I need to get in the bed because I have to get up in the morning. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, I hope it you can apply it to some area in your life, And for those that have questioned whether God is real, I challenge you to reach out to Him. And you know how you can reach out to Him? You can start by reading the Bible. You can start by even talking to Him and say, God, if you're real, I need you to prove it to me. I need you to show me. Show me something. Show me that, just help me believe. If you want to believe, help me believe. God is not going to force you to believe. That's one thing. He's not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. God gave us a free will. God gave us the will to go against what He knows is right. Now, if that's not love, I don't know what is. Like, you love me so much that you will allow me to choose against you. It's all, in my opinion, it's like that because when we end up in our ruts, we can't blame Him. It's either going the right way or the wrong way. It's either going left or right. And 9 times out of 10, when you come across something, when you come in a situation and you kind of have that feeling like, I don't know if I should be doing this. We all know it. We all get it. It's our instinct. And we have that feeling like, no, we shouldn't be doing this. No, I don't think I want to go this way. But it's like, oh, well, maybe I can. I mean, it'll probably be fine, and we wind up going, and it just leads to total destruction. And then it's like, we can't blame God. We can't say, oh my God, why did you let this happen? Why did you do this to me? No, we did it to ourselves because that's what we chose. So I don't want to run off in a tangent because I am sleepy and I can, continue to talk and talk like when I'm sleepy. So I just definitely wanted to say, main point, not to walk around in fear. God does not give us a spirit of fear. Fear does not come from God. It comes from the devil. It comes from the enemy. So I just want, everyone to be blessed, because it's such a magnificent world out there, and we can't walk around in fear. We can't enjoy what God has for us if we're so stuck in fear. So I hope y'all have a great night. I definitely need to go to bed, but I hope y'all have a great night, and I'll chat with you soon. If you haven't subscribed, and if you would like to subscribe, this is only my 3rd video. There'll be many more to come. I don't post as often. I only post, honestly, when I feel like God is putting something on my heart to post. So I don't want to just get on here like, oh, I haven't done anything in a while, let me just get out there. No, I don't want to do that. So, but yeah, let me go ahead and go to bed because I am just talking in circles. But let me just go ahead and go to bed. And y'all have a great night. if you, enjoy the video, definitely subscribe. There'll be many more videos to come. And something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah, subscribe. Hit the like button if you like the video. If not, thank you for tuning in. And I'll chat with y'all soon. Bye.